Hello, it's Dr. Rowe, and I am speaking to you from a Hilton hotel in the UK. And before I explain this on my head, if you haven't watched any of the previous videos I've been doing, it was really a small set of videos that I put together for international investors outside the UK, because I'm actually going to be heading overseas very shortly, and I'm excited to be telling you that I'm going to be speaking in a few cities, working closely with legacy education to really inspire and show people how to become professionally trained and, more importantly, become professional investors. Now, who is Karl on my head? This is Karl the Crab. Everybody say hello, Karl. And I'm sharing this with you because if you've been watching any of my videos, it might even be that you're coming to one of the trainings I'm doing. And if you are, I'm really pumped and so excited you're going to be joining me. Either way, if you're watching this and you are aspiring to be a professional property investor, I can almost be sure, guarantee you, that you will have some people around you that go, oh, don't go into property, it never works. Or you know what happened to Aunt Nellie? She bought a property back years ago and it didn't work. Or I had a look at that, but I didn't think it was going to work. Or you know, you should stay in your job. Don't risk anything. Why are you paying to go and get some sort of property education? Why don't you just give it a go yourself? Or any number of things. I got told it's a scam. I mean, to put this in perspective, when I was 35 years of age, PhD, so highly educated, and I wanted to go and learn about property, and I got a lot of criticism from even people around me. Why do I need to go and do that? You're a civil engineer, you've managed all these big projects, surely you can do it yourself. I actually didn't know how to do it myself. I didn't know how to analyse the properties properly. I needed somebody like a mentor to help support me on the journey, so that any time I looked at a deal, I at least had somebody checking it over for me, because there's loads of blind spots as a property investor. And it was fascinating because I invested something like 20-odd thousand pounds to work with a mentor and go on these specialist courses. And people were saying to me, oh, you've been ripped off. I was thinking, well, hold on a minute. A university degree in the UK is like 40k. And people end that degree with a huge loan and a salary that's about 30k. And here was me 2 years later. You know, we bought something like 30, 40 properties in a short space of time. So for me, it worked. And I could see that it worked. But you're always going to have negative people around you. So why am I leaving you this message? Because if you're watching this and have watched some of my other videos and you are even remotely passionate about this, don't let these people put you off. They have fears. It might be your partner at home. It might be your husband. It might be your wife. It might be your aunt, your mum, your brother, your sister, your best mate, your friends, your colleagues at work. They've got their own fears. All of them have. And it might be that you're aspiring to change your world, and by doing something different, by challenging them, even though you're not challenging them, but by saying, I would like to do something different, I'd like to feel better, I'd like to be financially more secure, what it sometimes does for other people is they go, oh shit, that person's doing something and I'm kind of scared to do that, and I kind of feel small because they're doing something bigger. Not that you're trying to do that. And it can actually make people quite fearful. Equally, you might have a partner at home that's very security driven. They want to stay in a job and keep their head down. And you're thinking, well, hold on a sec. I actually would like us to have more security because we may not have a job in 5 years' time. What if I can buy a portfolio? What if I can build a business? And so there's this wrestling match between you, the aspiring person to build a business, and the people around you that might be slightly negative. And you've got to make a choice. Do you want to listen to these people and let them put you off? Doesn't mean you can't love them and respect them and care for them as your family, friends, or whoever they are. But do you want to allow their fears to hold you back? And I almost did when I was starting off on this journey. But truthfully, I had enough conviction. I absolutely believed this could work for me. And I didn't really appreciate just how big our business can get, but more importantly, how many opportunities it would lead to as well. I was fortunate that since 2003 I haven't physically had to go and work in a job for anybody else, because I made these decisions back then. 2002, I sat in my first classroom. I was like this, 35 years of age. I'm 53 now. And I put my head down and I focused and I was determined to make this work. Yes, I took support, and yes, I took negativity. And was it easy? No. Did we have challenges? Oh my gosh, did we have challenges? Of course we did. And there's recessions ahead of you as you're watching this video right now. We had a recession ahead of us. But the most amazing thing was this. We bought properties that produced passive income. So instead of just holding on to properties for capital growth, where the values can do this over time, eventually go up, but of course come down as well in that interim, imagine holding a property where it fluctuates in value, but the passive income keeps coming in and keeps coming in and keeps coming in and keeps coming in, so that you end up with a financial freedom figure that you hit, even though the portfolio might fluctuate in value over time. I think I might do one more video on that, actually. So, final message. Thank you, Karl. I love you and I respect you, but I don't necessarily need to take your opinion. And actually, you're not paying my bills, you're not looking after my kids, and you're not going to keep them safe in the future. So thank you for your negativity, but I'm going to go and build this anyway. And for you watching this, I really hope I get a chance to see you at some point in the future. And if you do come to one of the events I'm running, please come up, shake my hand and say, I remember your message about Karl the crab. It made me laugh. I'll see you soon.